Howdy friendos, my name is Stuart, and no, you aren't watching the other Alucard video we just did. Though, if you want to watch Castlevania's Dampier episode, you could totally check that out. And if you haven't seen all of our other spoopy videos this month, please go ahead and do so. We have done 2 of Dracula's children so far, and now we are looking at a different version of Dracula himself. Today's version will come from the popular manga version of Hellsing. Some quick rules that we're going to go into this: we'll be looking at Hellsing Ultimate and the Dawn. While the Dawn is unfinished, there's enough for us to go with, and also much like Alucard listening to Integra, be sure to... God damn it, here it comes. Be sure to like this video. Your master commands you release the restrictions and subscribe, ring the bell, comment, and share the video. Do so and release level 0. So, Vlad Tepes, aka Dracula, aka Alucard, is the same that you've heard from most adaptations. Having been horribly abused as a child, Alucard tried to save his land by impaling enemies and leaving them in his lands as psychological warfare. Tried and executed by his own people, Vlad renounced God and became the vampire Dracula. From there, the events of Bram Stoker's Dracula take place, with one key difference. While the protagonists of that story were able to beat Dracula, Abraham Van Helsing had a unique idea and decided to enslave Dracula, dubbing him Alucard, and have him serve for the British government as the major tool to defeat the forces of darkness under their paranormal wing, the Hellsing Organization. When we look at the earliest points of Alucard's life, he served at least Hellsing to a T. He craves battle, mocking enemies who fall short, and gleefully insulting anyone. He's also a sadist who loves to make a spectacle of war and death, but deep down, Alucard has a respect for humans ever since his encounter with the protagonist of the novel. Much like our Castlevania's Dracula, we'll begin Alucard at lawful evil. The dude is evil, but at least he's getting the okay from his superiors to do so. That logic never went wrong. And with that out of the way, let's go. However, before we go, did you know that you can watch the next 3 alignment videos ahead of schedule by becoming a channel member, a patron, or a Twitch subscriber? Whichever one is most convenient for you, you could just go ahead and do that. Becoming any of these premium members gives you access to the next 3 alignment videos on your select platform and gives you a spot at the end credits of our alignment videos and gaming videos. Each membership also gives you access to another unique set of benefits. YouTube Premium gives you access to stickers and emojis not available anywhere else, and sometimes a 4th bonus alignment video. Patreon gives you access to monthly wallpapers, lore packets, and access to the uncut archive of our D&D campaigns. And Twitch gives you access to a different set of emote stickers and access to our entire streaming library. If you're especially ambitious and want to collect all 3 Infinity Stones of the Loading Crew, this gives you access to a special title in our Discord. It's mostly bragging rights, but hey, you're better than everyone else. Check any of the links in the description to gain access and help support the channel.
It's 1933, and I'm a private eye. I like to drink egg creams, and I like to fight Nazis. A lot. Sometimes I let matches burn down to my fingertips just to feel something, anything. Okay, little fella, Kingpin's gonna send a lot of mugs after you, and I'm talking hard boys. Real biscuit boxers. Can you fight them all off at once? Can you close off your feelings so you don't get crippled by the moral ambiguity of your violent action? Is that all you got? You're gonna fight or you just bumping gums? You hard-boiled turtle slapper.
Hearing some Nazis are up to no good. Topical. Alucard and a young Walter head into battle. Alucard mostly waits until Walter needs his help before stepping in. While they're able to stop the Nazis, they lose track of the Major, Alucard eventually being sealed back by Arthur, lawful neutral.
How can this corpse be my salvation?
Woken up by a young Integra and escaping her murderous uncle, Alucard intervenes and gets some sip. With Arthur dead, Alucard forms a new contract with Integra, helping her in killing her uncle and helping Hellsing for years to come. Lawful good for helping Integra, and then lawful neutral 4 times for this massive time skip.
Who the hell are you?
Your death.
During a routine ghoul infestation, Alucard tanks some enemies before blasting them away. When one police girl is held hostage, Alucard asks her about her sex life before shooting her, giving her the choice to live as a vampire or die. Alucard turns her. He insists that it was for a sense of whimsy. Chaotic good for stopping the bad guys, and lawful evil technically for turning her into a vampire. I know that's going to cause some debate, but we'll cover that, trust me.
Police girl, what's it feel like to be dead? Still, the choice was all yours.
Alucard brings the young police girl, Saris, into Hellsing. They work together, and with Integra sending them out on jobs, Walter arming them, and Alucard teaching her vampiric abilities. You know what? Lawful good for all that, really.
Hellsing is on the move, and we will not just sit back and watch.
The nerve of them, sneaking around where they're not wanted.
On another mission, Alucard notes the growing, seemingly random vampire attacks. Too bad they're interrupted by Father Anderson of the Iscariots. Alucard's eager to battle with one of the Vatican's holy assassins, especially after their target died. When things get grim, Alucard gives Saris an out to be free of his control and save her. Still, technically lawful good on all this. Although we will give him a chaotic neutral on all this for going off the rails and attacking Anderson.
Cut off his head, pierced his heart. He is nothing like any vampire you've ever known.
Reforming to protect Integra and finish his bout, Alucard stays his hand when Anderson leaves. Even if the battle's on hold, Alucard can't help but get excited for the first human to challenge him in years. Lawful neutral.
The Jackal, a custom 13mm anti-freak combat pistol. It fires custom-made rounds, far more powerful than the .454 Castle rounds you're used to.
Resting at Hellsing headquarters, Alucard gets his brand new weapon as the facility is attacked. Excited that Walter is even getting in on the action, Alucard lets Saris accompany him. Despite being the most powerful in the group, Alucard waits to be confronted. Neutral, actually.
I was designed to surpass you in every way. I was born to be your death.
His patience pays off when Luke Valentine comes to fight. Alucard quickly realizes Luke is stronger than the standard vampire. Inspired by his recent battle with Anderson, Alucard undoes his limiters and starts playing seriously. When he realizes he overestimated Luke, he's disgusted before finishing him off. Chaotic evil for just all this. Oh my god.
You're really telling me that that girl is a vampire?
Damn right she is.
Hey kids, want to see a dead body?
With the Wild Geese mercenaries serving as Hellsing's replacement, Alucard sees if they measure up while casually revealing the existence of monsters. Good to know your teammates, I guess. Chaotic neutral.
So just shut up and pay attention, you miserable English sow.
A sow. Nothing like Iscaria to inspire the fear of God.
Alucard serves as Integra's bodyguard with a meeting with Enrico Maxwell and the other half of his OTP. Opponents truly praiseworthy. Alucard and Anderson are so stoked to have a battle right then that they ignore commands. Since they only stop because of civilians, I'll label this as a quick chaotic neutral.
Excuse me, sir? Is that your luggage? The hotel can't be held responsible if something...
It's fine.
With Vatican intel leading them to Brazil, Alucard goes Nazi hunting. He does mind control an employee to get his stuff before waiting for his opponents. I'll label that as lawful evil since he's mind controlling a civilian. Though I know people push back up beyond that, I still say lawful evil, I'm sorry.
Killed several of the hotel guests and staff. They have now situated themselves on the top floor and have taken over a dozen people hostage.
Alucard is targeted by Millennium's agent, the Dandy Man, and police officers branding him as terrorists. Dude has no problem mowing them down when they fuck with him. He doesn't care if they're human or not. They want him dead, and Alucard's on a mission. Say what you want, this unnecessary cruelty on just humans who really had no part in this, I'm gonna go with chaotic evil.
Who is it?
It's your humble servant, Sir Integra. Give me my orders, master.
After dealing with the cops, Alucard calls in and tells Integra the truth, asking for orders. With Integra ironclad, Alucard goes from maximum casualties on his way to the ground floor. He eventually fights with the Dandy Man, not even caring about casualties at all. Beating him, Alucard dives into Dandy Man's mind. Just lawful evil for the whole mission. Jesus Christ, dude.
Integra, did you enjoy the thrill of declaring war? Did you feel your blood rush?
So pretty dick move by Alucard. He's eager to get his input from Integra on how declaring war on Millennium felt. You could argue that he's testing her resolve, but he's also being a dick, so chaotic neutral, yeah. Receiving summons, Alucard meets the Queen. He gives a report on his last encounter of Millennium to the Vatican, the Queen, and Integra before Schrodinger pops up. Getting Millennium's message, Alucard blasts the Nazi away before receiving new orders. More Nazi hunting. Though technically lawful, we're gonna go with chaotic good on this, since Alucard just kind of took matters into his own hands there.
It's brilliant. I know an aircraft that can get you on board. However, I think there may be only one in existence.
Hearing Millennium has taken over an aircraft carrier en route to London, Alucard eagerly volunteers. He then rams a plane into the boat. Goddamn. And while he's able to take care of the vampires, Alucard realizes he's now trapped on a boat and London is attacked. Oops. We're actually going to give him a chaotic neutral on this because he did not think that through.
And who the hell are you supposed to be?
I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea what any of this is. Aside from some kind of acid trip. Skip? Despite the current setback, Alucard gets the boat moving. Eager to see a good war, Alucard takes several episodes to make it back to London. Chaotic neutral. After being away for several episodes, Alucard returns during Millennium's big attack. Jumping in the middle of a showdown, Alucard asks for orders from Integra. With Integra's blessing, Alucard unleashes his full power and wreck shop. Go ahead and give that a nat 20 scene. And a lawful neutral.
Dracula!
As Alucard goes all out, he makes time to fight Anderson again. Even as war surrounds him, Alucard can't help but give in. So when Anderson pulls out the trump card to beat Alucard at the cost of his humanity, Alucard flips his shit. He begs Anderson to not become a monster and focus on stopping him and removing the artifact from his body instead of Millennium. Chaotic evil, technically, for attacking Anderson, and then chaotic good for trying to protect his humanity.
You are me. I was just the same. Don't you understand? This is how I became what I am!
With Anderson now gone, Alucard battles a newly turned monster. Despite some difficulties, Alucard won't give up on his rival, and with enough perseverance, he destroys the holy artifact and frees Anderson. Alucard weeps for his lost enemy and the best chance at death. Chaotic good.
Amen.
As the dust clears, the traitor of Hellsing emerges. Walter. Challenged by the de-aged traitor, Alucard lets Integra and Ceres handle the Major. He taunts Walter as they battle, treating him with no respect. Dude even transforms into Girlycard to mock him. We're gonna go with lawful evil, actually.
I'll make your death a quick one. Besides, I'm famished.
Ready for a boost in power, Alucard calls his subjects back to empower him. However, this allows the Major to pull his ultimate victory with Schrodinger. Okay, so bear with me. Schrodinger has weird powers, but basically, so long as he can perceive himself, he will exist. But in this moment, he threw himself into Alucard's Well of Souls, where he and his powers will be absorbed into Alucard's subconsciousness, or sub-base, it's weird. Which means he won't be able to perceive himself, which means Alucard will cease to exist since he then absorbed Schrodinger's powers. Once Alucard realizes he's dying, he apologizes to Integra and blinks out of existence. True neutral. Also, if you need any help to Schrodinger's power, just watch the Death Battle episode with Alucard in it. It explains it better. For 30 years, Alucard literally claws his way through his powers in order to regain his identity. Alucard literally slaughters 3,424,867 individuals within him again. He greets his master and servant, glad to have returned. Lawful neutral 4 times?
You're home, my dear Count.
back forevermore.
So I mentioned Castlevania's Dracula for a multiple of reasons. One is because I liked making that video, but two, I wanted to use it to compare both Draculas as they're both very similar in a lot of different ways. On the surface, these two Vlads have suffered a lot throughout their lives. They transformed into monsters and destroyed countless lives in their afterlife. When we last see Dracula from Castlevania, the death of Lisa spurred him onto a long campaign of war where he just hoped to die. It was just chaos for the sake of it. And in some ways, Alucard is seemingly similar when we dig deeper. We understand their goals are the same. Like Dracula, Alucard from Hellsing just wants to battle and is eager for war, but unlike that Dracula, he found what he wanted to be the cause of his death: humans. Throughout the series, Alucard doesn't view humanity as lesser. Now, some people he views as lesser like dogs, but humanity itself has limitless potential in his eyes. This is a Dracula who is bested by humanity and has found his answer to finally be released from his torment. He wants a challenge, just like the Major, but their goals are definitely different. While the Major wants chaos and bloodshed like Alucard seemingly does, Alucard wants to fight someone who can best him once and for all and finally put him down. He views vampires as lesser because they cast away the very thing that gave humans the strength to beat them. That's why he talks with humans other than Ceres. He's just fascinated by them. He wants to see what they'll do against opposition struggle, because where he folded, they persevered. When he talks with vampires, he always remarks that there's no such thing as immortality. Yet time and time again, he is a man who honors his promises in pacts, like the deal with Integra. Their relationship is so fascinating, as you can see Alucard poking her, seeing what makes her tick, and what she'll do, and honor her commands, even if it means so much death and destruction. Hell, even his relationship with Ceres and Anderson are fun to examine, since you really get to see how he views them, and gives Ceres opportunities to grow more powerful, and a lust for Anderson in the hopes that this man will give him the death that he wants so badly. Honestly, Hellsing is a fun series. It's bombastic, colorful, fun, and surprisingly deeper than most people might think. Not particularly deep, but you know, there's something there. A lot of characters are fun, and I'm just glad we're looking at several vampires this month. But we're not done with October, nor are we done with Dracula. Come back in a few days and we'll take a look at Hotel Transylvania and their own Prince of Darkness, Drac. It's a little anticlimactic, but yeah. Be sure to let us know if there are any other vampires you'd like us to cover. Thank you to the patrons, and I'll see you all next time.